From Fox 55 Sports, this is The Locker Room.
Our kids have a lot of confidence playing versus AC right now. These seniors, juniors, and sophomores have always been Adams Central in middle school, and then JV, and then earlier this year, already playing guys their age. So they're confident versus this group.
And our confidence up probably high above our heads, but it's a good level of confidence for us. Like it's not cocky. It's just a good level. I feel like we're ready for this. We've been waiting for it a long time.
It's a regional championship. We just want to go win. We just want to move on in the tournament. We're going to keep playing. We love practicing. Just winning. I just love it. In November, it's different.
It makes it real special. They're our county rivals, and it's so much fun just playing the rival a second time and just maybe change the story. I think they might be overlooking us a little bit, and I'm cool with that. I'm excited about that.
They are favored. They're a good football team. They are a hard football team to play against, and our kids are going to have to play their best to beat them.
The one thing that we said throughout the years that even though we were 11-1, we haven't proven much. That we finally got our sectional championship, but we haven't proven much. This is a chance for us to become, instead of being a good football team, to become a great football team, but being another good football team.
And with that, welcome everyone. Alongside my partner in crime, Peter Hood, I go by the name of Justin Prince. This is The Locker Room.
Hence the lockers.
Yes.
That's why we call it The Locker Room.
And Pete, coming into this evening, only 48 high school football teams still alive in the state tournament. 8 of them right here from Northeast Indiana. And the name of the game for those squads tonight: survive until semi-state.
The name of the game for us tonight: try to stay warm on the sidelines.
Yeah.
Easier said than done. Yeah, as you mentioned, 8 of our local teams vying for regional championships tonight. We'll get to all 8, I promise, but we're going to start in 1A and work our way up. And Prince, what a difference 6 weeks can make. South Adams smacked Adams Central 42-14 in the regular season. Tonight, the two rivals meet up for a rematch in regionals, and this time it was a totally different story. We head to Monroe. It's a battle between 2 top 5 teams in Class 1A in the Locker Room's game of the week. They were fired up at the landing strip, and rightfully so. Lot to cheer about if you're an AC fan tonight. First drive of the game for the Flying Jets on 3rd down. Dallas Schwaller to a wide open Dalton Gerber for a big gain. That gets Adams Central into the red zone. And a few plays later, they hand it to Blake Hirely to finish the drive off. Michael Mosier's team sets the tone right out the gate. It's 7-0 Jets. But the Starfires strike back on the ensuing possession. James Arnold didn't have a whole lot of time to throw tonight, but he does here, hitting Braden Bixler, and Bixler makes a big play out of it. Tackled inside the 10. Dan Vance approves. Later in the drive, Nick Stuber stampeding into the end zone. All square at 7, but the Starfires offense would go cold from there. Later in the first half, looking to take their first lead of the game, but Arnold gets ambushed by Ben Vorel in the backfield. Ball is out. Joseph Collier recovers. How about this, Prince? South Adams averaging 43 points per game coming into the night. Flying Jets hold them to 7 this evening. Ooh. AC on to semi-state for the 2nd straight season, 19-7, your final. And they will take on a juggernaut, one of the top programs in the state of Indiana at the Class 1A level, Lafayette Central Catholic, all over North Judson St. Pierre, 43-3 at last check. That game in the 4th quarter, so I think we can go ahead and give that victory to
I think so. That one just got started a little
LCC.
late.
Big limb we're going out on there, but they'll be at LCC next week.
Yeah. Regional matchup in 2A. Eastside making the trip down to Eastbrook, taking on the 5-time regional champs. Panthers, things not going so hot at the top of the 3rd quarter. Blazers down 35-9 already. Things start bright for them, though. They're going for a field goal, bad snap. Blazers get it, and they actually block the kick. They recover. And then Phoenix Smith would rumble his way out to near the 50-yard line before being brought down. And then on their first drive, they pick up 2 consecutive first downs. Laban Davis to Wade Miller, and then Laban Davis back to Dylan Bredemeyer, who's able to keep that ball off the ground. That's a first down. Eastside would turn the ball over on downs, though, but they still have some fight left in them. Eastbrook, quick and efficient with their play, tough to handle. A few plays into the fourth quarter here. Panthers running back Ezekiel, that's got to be Ezekiel. Pinkard scrambles to pick up a first down, and then Isaiah Dalton a few more, and then
they run
Wyatt
the heck out of the ball
into the end zone, and then that gives the Panthers their only score of the half. Eastside just trying to make something happen. The sweep around the corner made Firestone trying to get to the corner. He does, picks up a first down, but unfortunately tonight, not able to turn first downs into touchdowns. Good season for Eastside, ends 42-9, the final.
No shame in that. Eastbrook,
No.
great program.
They are. And Eastbrook will get Andrean next week. They beat Lewis Cass 36-14.
All right, back here in Fort Wayne, we head to Zollner Stadium, and if you like highlights, this was the game for you. Concordia taking on top-ranked Bishop Chatard. First possession for the Cadets, Brandon Davis completes it to Tyler Grossman for the score. It's 7-0 Concordia, but that lead won't last long. This first quarter was full of big plays. First play for Chatard, Dalen Taylor puts on the afterburners. I'm guessing, Prince, we're going to see his name again. He's one of the best in the state. Chatard, they'd eventually get the ball back after a 3-and-out. Time to work it through the middle. The slot receiver makes the catch, and then it's Taylor again. Chatard goes up 14-7. Cadets looking to get back into the ball game, and on the ensuing kickoff, couple blocks, and there goes my man Cam.
Straight cash, homie.
Cameron Johnson, Chris Malooly with the straight cash, homie, inserted into the script. Strong, I like it. And Johnson, let's call that 90 yards.
Yeah.
Ties the game at 14. Folks, we are still halfway through the first quarter. Big couple plays for the Cadets. They say, hey, what the heck? We're a big underdog tonight. Let's onside kick it. They get it, but they're not able to do anything with it on that possession, and you can't give up possessions to this Chatard team. How about another house call for Taylor? Makes it 21-14 at the end of the first quarter. Chatard, they roll from there, 56-28, the final. And best of luck to Marion next week, because they got to deal with these guys next. Mishawaka Marion 17, Knox nothing. That will be a great game next week between Chatard and Marion, two powerhouse programs.
Yeah. Out in Gas City, East Noble traveling to take on the Mississinewa Indians for their regional 10A3 crown. And both teams up for it in this one, back and forth in the first half. East Noble all the way down to the 11-yard line. They settle for a field goal. It's 3-0. Mississinewa goes to their ground game, and that was hard to stop. Two guys in the backfield. They're pretty quick. 5'3" Carson Campbell around the corner.
Shorter than me.
Yeah.
That's hard to do.
Picks up about 20 on this play, and they would stay on the ground. This time, Campbell around the other end. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Little
Few
guy.
blocks, powers his way into the end zone. It's a 7-3 game. East Noble not going away, though.
Height over heart, baby.
Yeah, and they got this guy to make sure of it. Bailey Parker. I think he's pretty good.
He's a little taller than 5'3".
Yeah, he calls his own number.
He
calls
can
his
run.
own number.
Yeah.
Able to drive the ball down to the 9-yard line, and the very next play, calls his number again. Why not? Again, ain't broke, don't fix it.
Sure.
This time,
Whoa,
it's,
watch out there on the sideline.
That's worth 7 points. It's 10-7, East Noble. Mississinewa says, hey, don't fix what ain't broke. Again, they drive the ball all the way down to the 2, and then Carson's older brother, Cade Campbell, scores the tutty. They take the lead again, but it was all East Noble from there. A few plays later, Parker to Hayden Jones, gets a block. He gets into the end zone. Knights up 17-14.
Get off me, sir.
They win the regional crown.
How about that?
30-14. Congrats to Luke Amstuds and company. And they will welcome a good Hobart team next week. 36-7 Hobart over New Prairie. That game going to be up in Kendallville, so we get a local one.
A home game.
Yes,
for
a
the
home
Knights.
game.
Semi-state. Congratulations. In Class 5A, defending 4A state champ Bishop Dwenger, looking for their third straight regional. Visiting Harrison, first drive of the game for Dwenger. And, man, they set the tone early. Tobe Ike, 28 yards, pay dirt. Saints up 7-0. Ensuing Raiders possession, Tyler Canoy picked off by Kalen Stauffer. And Dwenger able to capitalize on the turnover. It's Ike again. I believe I think I saw on Twitter, this is his first year ever playing football. I apologize if I got that wrong, but I believe I saw that on Twitter. A heck of a story. He plunges in for another score. Saints led by 20 after 1. And then in the third, Lucas Crone. He went viral last year. This year, just making game-breaking plays. Saints win 35-21. They're on to semi-state for a third straight year, and they will play Valparaiso. This team has rolled over everybody this year, and they did again tonight all over Mishawaka. 49-0. Dwenger will have to go to Valpo for semi-state next week.
On to 6A we go. Homestead, the host, they come in ranked 2nd. They're taking on Carmel. They're ranked 5th. And while this is not the way you want to start if you're Homestead, first play from scrimmage. Dylan Dowling, hard to miss, 6'2", 150, even harder to tackle.
He is bigger than 150. Ain't no way.
67 yards untouched to the crib. Greyhounds up 7. Sparty, big play capability, though, too. First play, Luke Goody hooks up with Cam Rogers. That's a big gain, deep down inside Carmel territory. Later in the drive, 3rd down, Goody, plenty of time in the pocket, finds Jake Archbold, drag the foot. That's a touchdown.
Beautiful.
Homestead ties things at 7 apiece.
Kids are
the crowd's loving it. Stay that way for a while. Both defenses playing well. Second quarter, Dowling, the shovel pass. Malik Nickens sniffs it out. Spartans forced the punt, but Homestead offense just couldn't do enough. 4th down, Goody looking Jared Kissler's way. Pass broken up by Tamara Springfield. They turn it over on downs, and Carmel would take over from there. Christian Williams, the fade to Aiden Ellison. That puts Carmel up 14-7 at recess, and then they put things away in the second half. Zach White, rumbling, bumbling, stumbling his way into the end zone for 6. Carmel goes up 21-7. They pitch a second half shutout. Homestead season comes to a close, 31-7. They end the year 11-1. Congrats to Coach Zolman and company on a great season. So, Carmel, you get the very pleasure of taking on Maryville next week. Maryville topping Warsaw, ending the Tigers' great season as well, 42-28.
Finally, our play of the night takes us back where we started. Adams Central's Ben Vorel with a violent hit on James Arnold, forces a fumble at a key spot in the game. He and that guy, the guy that recovered the fumble, Joseph Collier, the 2 bookend defensive linemen for Adams Central, were phenomenal tonight. And how about that AC defense, Prince, holding South Adams to just 7 points tonight on their way to a 2nd consecutive regional crown. I don't think that is how anyone who prognosticates high school football in this area saw that game going. It's one thing for Adams Central to win, but to hold that team to 7 points, again, they were averaging 43 coming into the night. And the job that they did, again, they gave up 42 to that same team earlier this year. The job that Coach Hammond and his defensive staff did to get that team ready to play tonight and eliminate the big plays. I mean, South Adams really couldn't get any big plays going. Again, the 2 defensive linemen, Collier and Vorel, were phenomenal. And AC, man, that shows you what coaching and what culture can do. Because Coach Mosier told me yesterday, they're not more talented than South Adams by no means. South Adams is by far the more talented team, but Adams Central showing you tonight, just how tough that program is.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's hard to beat a good team twice.
Yeah.
Always. It doesn't matter the time of the year. It's always hard to beat a good team twice. So congrats to Coach Mosier and company. They played really well tonight from obviously what we saw. That second half, obviously, dominated by AC. It didn't, like you said, it really didn't look like South Adams could do a whole heck of a lot tonight. So congrats again to AC, Dwenger, and East Noble. 3 teams on the semi-state. East Noble will be the lone home team for us, though.
Unfortunately.
Dwenger and
Adams Central.
Adams Central, both,
Adams Central at Lafayette Central Catholic, and Dwenger at Valparaiso, and then
East Noble's at home against a good Hobart team.
Looking forward to it, man.
Absolutely.